What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Mal and I am currently working on getting my single income family out of debt and saving up our $2,000 emergency fund. If that sounds like something you're interested in following along with, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So today I am doing part 2 of my 2021 budget planner, and I'm going to do a quick flip through of the entire notebook. If you saw part 1, then you already know this is just an Erin Condren coiled and lined notebook, and I have added pages to fit my needs. So instead of doing the notes pages like I initially was going to do, I'm just going to do a flip through of the entire thing. I'll move quickly over the pages that I've already gone over, but I did make a couple of small changes, so I will show those as well. Alright, so the first thing we went over in part 1 is my 2021 goals. So that is the first page you come to. And this is next my sinking funds page. This I did make a couple of changes to. I actually forgot about the new tags that we got on our vehicles. It's usually due on January 31st, but since we changed everything, it is all now due in September, October, and December, so I changed those accordingly. Alright, the next page, this is just a throwaway page. These are pages that were on the backs of other pages that I needed. This is our debt tracker, or debt progress tracker page. We already went over that. So after that, and I'm going to skip to February because I've already got things written in January, but all of the months are the same layout. And this is the same layout that I usually use in my old old planner. I just, instead of buying stickers, I decided to use stickers that I had left over from the last couple of years and draw out the lines myself. So first page is sinking funds, and I've got all of that down. I've got my funds written down. I've got the amount that we start with, whether we add or subtract any money, and then the amount that we end with. And if I make any transactions from this account, I will write that down here. My sinking funds are actually in an interest earning checking account, so I keep up with the breakdown with pen and paper. Alright, so next we have, I'm not sure what Erin Condren calls this page. I think it's the, oh goodness, I don't remember. But anyway, so what I'm doing, I might write down monthly goals. This actually used to be a section for birthdays, but since I keep up with those in my personal planner, I decided to use this for cash expenses, or really cash envelopes. I just used the sticker for cash envelopes already, so I made do. So I wrote down all of the categories that I use for, or use cash for, and I'm going to write down the total that I'm going to stuff through each paycheck. So first I'll do paycheck 1. I'll probably do a line down the middle and the amounts for paycheck 2. Right here, this is going to be, it's called income, and it's going to be any income that we get other than from my husband's paycheck or our rollover, anything like that. So any unexpected income, I'm going to keep track of that here. And I haven't really decided what I'm going to do down here yet, but if I figure it out, I will let you know. Alright, on the back of that page is the calendar view. Since this is just a lined notebook, none of these pages are originally in there. I added all of these. So I took a calendar from 2020, an old planner that I didn't use last year. I took the calendars out for each month. I got some sticker headers from Caffeinated Kate to update it for 2021. I bought a page of date dots, and that one page of stickers covered 13 months worth, so that was a pretty good deal. And then all of the expense stickers are left over from the past year or two. So I did not buy any of these or the payday stickers. Those are all left over. I did not want to get rid of my monthly view, so I just went ahead and took it out of an old planner and put it in here. Okay, next up, I have the paychecks. My husband gets paid on the last day of the month and the 15th, so 2 paychecks a month. And I break the budget down for each paycheck. So this first page is paycheck number 1 and paycheck number 2. I've already written down the categories. The way I split everything up is anything that's due on the 1st through the 15th, except for the phone, is coming from paycheck 1, and then the phone through the end of the month comes out of paycheck 2. And I wrote all of those down accordingly. Then I have categories for cash, so our cash envelopes, sinking funds, any savings, debt snowball, and I have a line that's called unbudgeted. That's really just, I guess, self-explanatory. It's basically any money that is unbudgeted, does not fall into any category. So I take the expected income, subtract all of the expenses, and whatever is left is considered unbudgeted. All right, so after the paycheck breakdown, I go into the debt snowball. I mentioned before, all of these are pretty much, if I don't have, and speaking of stickers, this, as you can see, I have stickers here, but not here. I'm using up all of the stickers that I have left over, and this just so happens to be from the February kit last year. So I am using that, and I just drew out the lines for the second paycheck. Everything else, I pretty much copied the headers of the stickers that I used to use. So I have the debt listed here. I have our starting balance, minimum payment, additional payment, and then ending balance. The only thing I cut out of here was the interest, because I don't really keep up with that, and the date, as those are just irrelevant to me. Next page, and this is actually the last page of every month. This is the spending tracker. This is where I keep track of all of the transactions that are unbudgeted. So if it's not a bill or anything that's listed in the paycheck breakdown, it's going here, so I can keep up with exactly what we're spending. And let's see, that is the end. That's the last page of every month, so it just repeats. One thing I did decide to do at the last minute is add a weekly check-in. So what I'm going to do here, this is pretty much where I wrote down the separate categories for our cash envelopes, our categories where I add money, where I subtract money, and then the remaining amount, and I break it down into a 4-week period. Again, I decided to do that at the last minute, so instead of trying to rearrange pages in each month, I just added them all back here together, and I keep them separated by this little paper clip here. Okay guys, so after the weekly check-in pages, I have added in the baby steps. This is Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps to Financial Freedom. I have added this, or I took it out of my old budget planner and put it in here. A lot of people will tell you when you're starting your financial freedom journey to check out Dave Ramsey's book. It's called Money Makeover. If you're interested, I'll link that in the description below for you to check out. I would also recommend it. It did help a lot reading that. These baby steps come from that book, and they are all explained in detail. But the first thing you do is, according to him, you set up a $1,000 emergency fund. I have actually mentioned before that I didn't think that would be enough for our family, so I doubled that to $2,000. I took these steps and kind of used them as a stepping stone, and I tailored them to meet my own needs, but I do keep them in here as a reminder. Okay, next page, another familiar page from the old budget planner. This is the penny a day challenge tracker. This just has each day set out, or every month, and how much you should put in each day. So add 1 penny every day. So you go from 1 penny on day 1 to $3.65 on day 365. And I wrote out the totals for each month because I don't put in change every day. I actually just put in a dollar amount per month. Right. Next is the envelope challenge tracker. We are doing the 50 envelope challenge. That is just where you put in the dollar amount according to that week. So 50 weeks you do $1 to $50, and then I did 2 bonus just to kind of get to this $13.30, because what we're doing, we're using the penny and envelope challenges to make our $2,000 emergency fund. So the penny challenge, this is going to be about $670. And so add it to this $13.30, that'll give us the $2,000. Okay, this is another tracker. This is where we're tracking our emergency fund total. I actually had this same chart in the old budget planner, but that was catering to the $1,000 fund, and since I decided after the fact to up it, I went ahead and reprinted it and catered to the $2,000. So I've filled in everything up until the end of December 2020, and this is where we are. I got this from debtfreecharts.com, and it was free. So they have a lot of different trackers that you can print or download and print for free. So I would recommend checking them out if you want to do something like that. Okay, on the back of that page, I printed out another tracker. This is going to be for tracking our total debt progress, our payment progress. This is also from debtfreecharts.com. And this one is called Tetris. So if you're familiar with the old game Tetris, then you get that reference, and you know what these little pieces are. So for us, it has on the side here, you write down your total debt. Our debt is actually $41,663 or something like that. Just for ease, I rounded up to $42,000 and wrote that down. And what I did over here was kind of grade out part of these pieces to offset the difference. So when we finish all of these and get to this point, then just exclude those two, will actually be done. I did our start date as January 1st, 2021. I'm kind of starting new because when I started budgeting and trying to do debt snowballs and everything last year, the debt fluctuated, so I wanted to just start fresh and make sure that the debt kept going down instead of up and down and all that. So starting at the beginning of this year, here is the finish. This is when we fill up this chart. We'll write down the date there. Each piece is worth $210. It tells you here there are 200 pieces. So what I did was took 42,000 divided by 200, and I got 210. So each little piece that you fill in is going to be $210. The last category is each level. So the chart is split up into 4 different levels, so each one is worth $10,500. And there are 50 pieces in each level, so same thing, I did 42,000 divided by 50, and that gave us 10,500. So that is pretty much it. The rest of these pages are just blank line pages. I can't really fit anything else in here, so if I think of anything else that I need to add, I will either try to find a sticker for it or draw it myself. If you guys have any recommendations, anything you think I should be keeping track of, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But again, that is it for our 2021 budget planner flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If so, please consider subscribing. Please give it a like and feel free to comment below. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really appreciate you. Stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye.